All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are talking about Microsoft with the Microsoft news. Quick little update before we get into the news for the channel. I want to shout out everybody who subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so much for your subscriptions or subscribe to the channel, vice versa. Thank you. Make sure you hit the bell icon when you subscribe to my channel so you know as soon as my news becomes available and everything. And before I get into that, further into that, on Wednesday, now I know a lot of people are looking forward to Way Back Wednesday. I'm actually thinking about changing that. I gotta talk to the guys about this, but I'm thinking about changing this. I'm thinking about changing this to Subscriber Wednesday. So basically, it's gonna be a special I'm thinking of where I let you guys come on the show. You guys can talk to me live. You can talk to everybody in the chat, and you can say whatever you need to say. You can get your opinions out there and vice versa. I figured that's my way of giving back to you guys because you guys are giving a lot to me in terms of subscribing and sharing the videos around and liking them. That goes a long way to helping me out, and it helps the channel in the long run. So I figured I'd do that. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. If not, hey, we'll just continue with Way Back Wednesday. But if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below. Everybody just sound off, and I will, take that into consideration for this Wednesday. So hopefully you guys will, hit me up with that. All right. Now, as far as the YouTube, now remember I said with YouTube, YouTube's messing up. Subscribers are getting flushed by a lot of people's. Not only that, but like notifications don't pop, or people are subscribing, but they're not getting the notifications, or they won't show up at all. Just make sure, you have that all set up, and just throwing it out there. YouTube is messing up, man, especially with the whole monetization thing. But hey, that's the price you pay for being a YouTuber, for a lot of people. But, that's neither here nor here, man. Let's just go ahead and get into the news, and let's go on with our day. Project Cars 2 dev impressed with the Xbox One X. But, alright. But the studio isn't ready just yet to talk about specific enhancements. Okay. Alright, Project 2 developer Slightly Mad Studios has impressed the Xbox One X hardware. COO Rod Chung said in the interview the Xbox One X version of the simulation racing game will have enhancements, but Chung said he wasn't ready to get into specifics about those because the studio is still benchmarking. Unfortunately, I can't tell you that right now because we are benchmarking as we speak. He told us we are impressed with the hardware, but right now we are benchmarking. There will obviously be enhancements, but we are not ready to showcase exactly what those are yet. Other than it must be 60 frames per second. Okay. Chong previously talked about why frame rate is so important for Project Cars 2, stressing that the game did not run at 60 frames per second, the experience would suffer. I'm going to go ahead and stop him right there. That should be the attitude of all developers. And that's why I'm really hoping for the next Xbox and the PlayStation 5 to deliver next generation. 60 frames per second needs to be the standard. There's just no excuses for that in 2017. No excuses, man. We need the new consoles to be able to do 60 frames per second as the standard, with everything else, being, the icing on the cake. 4K, you name it. I want that really bad. I don't want no dynamic 4K. We want true 4K 60 next generation. Since the Xbox One X could not deliver that, on that promise that we were hyped up to believe previously, let's just hopefully we get that next generation. Hopefully. So I'm just going to continue now. I got that out of my system. People playing Project Cars 2 on PS4 Pro will also see enhancements. Those specifics are unknown at this point. That console is available now while the Xbox One X hits shelves worldwide on November. Now, okay, so the specifics in terms of the PS4 Pro, in terms of enhancement, it's a racing simulator, so I guess we can just say, I don't know, textures on the car, maybe some shadow techniques or better shadow techniques. Things of that nature, I would say. I'm not expecting crazy amount on this, but it's a racing simulator. But if they're really targeting for 60 frames per second, good. That should be the attitude of all devs. So that's a good news for Microsoft and Sony. So very nice, very nice. Okay. Xbox One, so this is the OG Xbox One, okay? This is not the OG, but the original Xbox One. Those sales are lagging behind, apparently. So the largest game retailer in the world is having trouble selling the Xbox One. Let's go ahead here. The best estimates we have for sales comparison put the PlayStation 4 in the lead by somewhere in the vicinity of 2-1. Sony's got nearly 65 million PS4 consoles in the wild. The latest update on the Xbox One sales comes from the world's largest video game retailer, GameStop, which characterizes the console as lagging compared to the competition. In GameStop's second quarter earnings release, the company specifically cited a 14% jump in hardware sales as due to the demand of Nintendo's popular new Nintendo Switch console. On the flip side, the company pointed out to lagging Xbox One sales as the reason for dips in new software and pre-owned sales numbers. Game consoles are, of course, sold in many places other than GameStop, but GameStop is also the largest game retailer in the world by a long shot. With over 6,000 stores around the planet, despite lagging sales of the Xbox One, GameStop remains positive in its outlook for the upcoming Xbox One X. Microsoft's more powerful $500 update for the original Xbox One. The console's main sell point is the ability to play in full 4K resolution, the next step in the visual fidelity after HD to its end. New game in Forza series is launching just ahead of the Xbox One X. Microsoft's promising big games like Metro, which is, I don't know why they list that, that's multiplat. Legit, it's coming to PS4, but okay. Promising games like Metro and Crackdown 3 in 2018 with 4K support with new Xbox One. The Xbox One X launched November 7th. Okay. So, before people get crazy in the comments or just, like really look at this weird, like, okay, why'd you put this? Let's be real here. The main reason this thing is it's not doing well, let's be real here. It doesn't have the crazy software. It doesn't have the crazy first-party software. But I'm willing to go on a limb here right now, since with the current sales now. I'm going to go on a limb right now and say that the sales aren't really going to do that well now, because of the release of the Xbox One X. The Xbox One X is the new hardware that a lot of Xbox dudes are excited for. I mean, apparently, from what I'm seeing in every comment section everywhere I go, that every Xbox dude who's excited for the Xbox One is literally buying not one, but two Xbox One X consoles. So if that's the case, okay. So dudes are buying two Xbox One X apiece. So take that as you will, man. I'm talking big YouTubers and smaller YouTubers are buying two Xbox One X's a piece. So, okay. Microsoft boasts about Xbox One X sales without giving numbers. All right. So, is there anything that's in? Okay, stop us if you heard this before. Microsoft has been counting the days to the release of its powered-up mid-generation console, the Xbox One X, on November 7th. The company even announced a stylized but otherwise identical Scorpio edition to the commemorative launch. Apparently, that's gotten players hyped up enough to pre-order the console in record but entirely unspecific numbers. Microsoft boasted in a blog posted here, within just a few days, we saw record-setting sellout times and are currently sold out in many countries around the world. You, our biggest fans, have pre-ordered more Xbox One X Project Scorpio editions in the first 5 days than any Xbox ever. The post didn't give any figures, making it hard to understand this milestone in comparison with other console releases. It did quote an SVP of merchandising for GameStop, who said that the Scorpio edition sold more pre-orders than the original Xbox One. But without numbers, we can only guess at how much of a splash in the mid-generation console will make. We weren't impressed with the slate of launch content and remained skeptical about the Xbox One X value. But check out the full list of games and hence vice versa at the bottom. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. Now, Major Nelson did say this at the Gamescom this year. He said that the Xbox One Scorpio edition would be a limited supply. There's only a limited supply of those. Pre-order now and get yours now, because once they're gone, they will be gone forever. So, with that being said, with them saying that version sold out in record time, I am not surprised by that whatsoever. For number one, he said limited. So how many were there? And that's a good question. That's a good point. This article this article said too. We do not know the numbers. We really do not know the numbers. And I really want the numbers so I can just, give you my full input. I don't like to speculate about this thing. I really just want the full numbers so I can go, hey, look, they sold vice versa. You know what I'm saying? They sold 10,000, they sold 20,000. Just give me the numbers. I don't know why they're being so cryptic with the numbers here. Everybody knows that the Xbox One, at the moment is down is behind the PS4 2-1 at this point. So why are they so secretive about this? It's beyond me. It makes me kind of really scratch my head and go, what's going on here? So hopefully we get the numbers sooner rather than later. They need to be given at this point. It makes no sense to 2017 that we don't have the numbers yet, okay? And I'm talking about not just for the Xbox One X, but just for the Xbox in general. The last confirmed numbers we had was the Xbox One was at 27 or 25 million, and that was way back, Now the rumors are that the Xbox One is at 30 to 35 million. So, I don't know, man. I really don't know what to tell you. We need the numbers. We really need the numbers for us to really come to our consideration. And, okay, this is the last bit of news for the day. And as you clearly see, this is the title of the video. Xbox One X, Microsoft confident that comparisons will convince gamers of the value of the console. Now, I said this before, and I'm going to say it again, man. I'm going to say this again. You can't show third-party games. You can't market third-party games as they're exclusive. Rise of the Tomb Raider came out in 2015, people. 2015. It looks good on the Xbox One X. It looks gorgeous on the Xbox One X. The extra dirt they were able to apply to, Laura's face, the more textures on her lips and her jacket and the way her hair flows. It looks great, but you can't sell nobody with old games like this. You need your own first-party talent to really push the hardware and really push the graphical fidelity of the Xbox One X. Now, it's good that third-party devs are taking advantage of. That's good. That's good. The game looked good, but you're using a game from 2015. Why not use something that recently came out as a comparison, Why aren't you using stuff like Doom? Why aren't you using stuff like Assassin's Creed? Legit, I'm surprised they didn't use Assassin's Creed and compare Assassin's Creed to that of the PS4 Pro. I'm surprised they didn't do that. It's the only gameplay we see of Assassin's Creed is literally just the Xbox One X. No gameplay of the PS4 Pro version. Why not do that? Or why not show Anthem? Why not do an Anthem video or something like that? Why not? I just don't understand that. I don't understand the mindset of showing games from way back. And that kind of makes me doubt it. It really does make me doubt it. It really does. If the best thing you can show me is games that we had in the past, I'm telling you right now, if they show Watch Dogs, the first Watch Dogs, not Watch Dogs 2, but the first Watch Dogs, and they go, oh yeah, this is how it looks on the Xbox One X compared to the PS4. And it's dude, really? That's my thing. I'm not a fan of that. I don't think that's cool. It's not anything that entices me to buy it. Why? Because let's face it, why would I buy something that's legit? That I played before. And yes, you can check my trophy levels, guys. I played Rise of the Tomb Raider. I platinumed Rise of the Tomb Raider. Was it a good game? Wasn't it really a great game? I mean, it was okay. It had an okay story, but it wasn't anywhere near to near on the level of the first one. The first one, you legit felt like a survivor, and you had to learn and grow up and become the hunter. Otherwise, you're gonna be the prey. You know what I'm saying? That was what was so good about the first one. The second one, they added this silly card system into it. It's just, I wasn't really feeling that. Not that much. I platinumed it, but again, wasn't feeling it that much. But I mean, it is what it is. It's what it is. I'm not sure if you guys really gonna pay $100. Some of you are. You're gonna pay an extra $100 more just for extra dirt on the face. And if that's the case, if you really want true 4K 60. Okay, at this current time, the only platform that can offer you that is the platform that I own, and that's PC. I'm telling you right now, I'm just being real honest with you. You need to get a PC if you really want the 4K 60 treatment. The Xbox One X is good console for what we have now. It's great. It really is great. It should be the standard It should have been the standard Xbox console that we got from day one instead of the empty promise that was the original Xbox One with the Kinect integration. Now, this should have been the standard console. And this should have been what the standard PS4 Pro should have been doing, but it's not. It's not. It's not the standard. That we had. It's a new one, but it's they waited so long for this to come out now, and with games coming 2 to 3 years, because games are coming 2 to 3 years. I mean, what more is there to say, man? What more is there to say? What more is there to say? Hopefully, I'm not, angering anybody with the video. I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the comparison, seeing what it is, and how the market changes with this console. But I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb, and I'm just gonna go ahead and throw out some things right now. As far as NPD is concerned, I can see this console winning NPD in North America for probably 2, maybe 3 months tops. Maybe 3 months. It'll beat the PS4. It'll beat the PS4. I'll give it 3 months to beat. It'll beat the PS4, and then things will go right back to square one. Why? Because at the end of the day, all this console has is games that are on the PS4 Pro and PS4, and those are multi-plats. That's all it has. It doesn't have anything else that is offering the consumer. You guys can, lie and brag about visual fidelity, but at the same time, that will make you all look like hypocrites because you all claim that graphics aren't everything. It's not about graphics; it's about the games. And some of you are so silly. You guys will say resolution doesn't give you graphics, which is by far some of the silliest things I ever heard in my life. I wonder who I heard that from. But as far as this is concerned, you guys can be happy for anything you got. I'll tell you right now, I for one am just not, I'm not sold. I'm not sold on this, but that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. If you didn't, well, I'm sorry. Hit the thumbs up or hit the thumbs down if you did not like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the big red button. Hit the bell icon so you know as soon as my news becomes available. I'm saying this the most professional way as I possibly can. I will see you guys later. You guys have a good one. And by all means, and at the end of the day, be excellent to each other. You guys have a good one. Later, guys.